Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Pixels to Politics. I'm your host, Dougie. This is my co host, Bray, and the long awaited day is finally here. UAP disclosure. Now, of course, I would be terrible in saying that, unfortunately, it's come at a time where most of us either don't care, know that it's mostly a distraction from the you know what's and the other things happening throughout the world. But we're going to go through it anyway, because you never know. There's usually pieces of gold within these files if you dig, bless you,
Thanks.
far enough. We have found gold through almost every file search we have done. And so I'm sure we will find something within these. Unless literally they've just been practicing releasing files without, giving us good stuff, and this is finally the one. But, as I've peeked through a little
Yeah.
bit. We're not gonna do a deep dive. So there's 100 files released. They said they're gonna release more. It's 100 files. We're not doing the deep dive tonight. We're just gonna kind of do the surface stuff that's trending, and then tomorrow or the next day we will do the deep dive. Probably tomorrow we'll do a deep dive. So yeah, what do you think?
How old were you when you remember that they said they were going to release the 9/11 files?
Well, the first time I ever heard it was like last year when Trump said it.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, have you heard anything else? No. Kind of quiet on it.
So you know what's really interesting is he's
Yeah.
releasing the files almost in the exact order he said when he talked about releasing the files. Guess which one was last?
9/11.
9/11 was last. Yeah. So, maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know.
Yeah, probably the last day of his presidency.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking. Well, so last year, sorry, it would have been 2 years ago. He talked about releasing stuff. Last year was
Yeah.
Voldemort. Can't say
Yeah.
his name anymore.
Yeah.
What was before that? Oh, so it was JFK and MLK. That's what he said first, and which we got. Then we got the Voldemort files, and now we're getting the
Yeah.
UAP files. So what, next year, you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Maybe.
At the very end, probably.
Yeah, more than likely.
Well, honestly, again, I don't think he's intentionally been transparent, but he has been transparent.
Especially about that yacht incident on Lake Michigan.
Or the beauty pageant incident at Mar-a-Lago.
We can go down the line. So, all of them released in a single 30-minute clip.
This is every single one of the videos released in those files, in the 100 files. So obviously when we do the deep dive, maybe we'll skip over and we'll rewatch some.
Yeah.
But this is all of them. So we're jumping into the good stuff right away, guys. Right away. This is all of the videos within the files right here in a single video. God bless whoever put this together. And hopefully, you enjoy. So we'll watch each one, pause, give our thoughts, and so on. Looks like, what do we got? Military encampment or some shit here? Small village? Sand village?
Looks like.
Yeah. Middle East, probably.
There's no audio, so just be aware.
Gotcha. It's probably a drone, or taken through a drone. Oh, you saw it zip there. Oh yeah, and then there's the little shining orbs flying across the screen.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of these already. Wow, what is all this stuff that's been blocked out? Is the UFO the stuff that's been what could these lights flying across like that be?
I think these black boxes are coordinates.
What about the large one, like in the top left? The fuck, like what?
Top left?
Maybe it's a piece of the aircraft. They don't want us identifying it.
Probably. If it's one of those laser planes, then yeah.
Yeah, like a high-tech plane. Okay, let's pause for a second. There are an insane amount of those flying, like, pixie lights that
Yeah.
are kind of common.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to, like, even think about what it might be. Even from a government perspective, to put those out, what would be the, like, it's not terrifying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not intimidating. You're not portraying any technological advancement.
No.
So, like, what would be the purpose of these little pixie lights? What could they possibly be? Let's entertain all possibilities. Government, alien, enemy.
It could be a torpedo.
Like a government? Like owned by a government weapon?
Well, if you look at it, they're doing thermal imaging here.
Okay. Oh, true. Okay.
So,
So there's a heat signature.
yeah, I think that could just be a torpedo underwater, to be quite honest.
Oh, it did look like it was going underwater. It's got like the little
Yeah.
wave effect, the little draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. Maybe it is a torpedo. I feel
At
like
least
they
that
would
one
know that,
is.
no?
The person flying the plane is probably not paid enough to care. He just sees shiny object and is like, "Holy shit, what was that?"
But there are a lot of them.
Hmm.
See, there's another one. This one's in the sky.
That one's not moving that fast though, by comparison.
So there's no the government
Could
is
also just be a
actually
meteor.
the government is tracking. Oh, that's true. It is the UAPs. It's not like, they're not all
Yeah.
alien stuff. It's just
Yeah.
unidentified aerial phenomenon. Could be anything.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this one?
This one could also just be a reflection.
I don't know. I think this one might be it might be a squid. That, like, the squid aliens that they've shown a few times. Hmm.
No, I still find it kind of hard to believe those are real.
I do too. Another one of those lights, pixie lights. That one was in crystal clear.
This one is kind of just looks.
Okay.
This one looks more like a ship or a plane or something behind the clouds,
I don't think
or a
so.
drone or
It's
something.
moving really fast.
Yeah, it could just be a drone, to be quite honest.
It's moving pretty quick for a drone too. Drones don't usually move that quick.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like they would be able to tell what. Oh, it does look like a plane from here, from there.
Yeah, like once again, like these people are just like they see it and they're just like, "Whoa,
Okay,
holy shit, what was that?"
well, the ending was kind of crazy. It did just kind of bolt.
Yeah.
The question for me is, okay,
Yeah.
even what we've seen so far. Imagine how many I've seen hundreds of these little light videos where the little lights are scrolling, moving past. Look, there's another one of the squids are flying past.
And also could this one could also just be a balloon. That's why you see the little string at the bottom there. It
I
could
feel like
easily just be a weather balloon.
I don't know if you'd be able to see the string. Weather balloons don't have strings.
Well, I mean, you can see something dangling at the bottom of it.
But yeah, maybe it's the China balloons.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't. Well, I haven't really seen a convincing like this is an alien craft type of thing yet so far, at least in this video.
I'm sure it'll escalate. But I
Maybe.
imagine if the government is tracking all of these little objects, right? I mean, there's
Yeah.
got to be millions of these videos that they have, like millions,
Yeah,
where they just have
probably.
no idea what the fuck they're looking at. I'm not saying they're aliens. I'm just saying they probably have. Bro, what
This one's
is?
so blurry. Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
the
anything could be a
hell?
UAP with that kind of quality, to be honest.
Oh wow, is this at night? What is this?
That's just the plane right there.
Plane giving off that
Well,
much light?
another plane. Come on. It's two glowing lights. Like, come on. That's
I
just
don't
another
know.
plane, dude. Now maybe you can't see it because it's fucking dark out, but it's definitely not like an alien craft. It's moving very slow too.
But a plane moving away or towards. This is the only way you have those two lights if it was moving towards, and it doesn't look like it's moving towards the camera.
I don't see a world in which this isn't just a plane of some sort.
If this was a plane, it would be a military jet moving away. And those are the afterburners. Those are the engines. That's the only explanation. The
Yeah, I
realistic
mean,
one.
like,
Normal planes don't have fucking lights. I live next to an airport. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
What is it doing? It's like hovering. No, or is this guy chasing it? There's no audio for any of these?
no.
Damn. That's kind of cringe. Not a fan of that.
All you're gonna hear is someone being like, "Whoa, that looks like a UFO."
Yeah, but
Hey,
honestly,
chief. Hey, chief. I think we got something over here.
there is some audio in some of the videos. That much I know, so just be aware.
Okay,
I don't know if you have it on your end because I don't
I
have it
do.
on. Okay, good. So we'll know when you hear it. This
Yeah,
is a
well,
long one. Again, if this was a plane, this guy would have to be moving at the exact same speed as the plane, assuming there's lights on the back, which there aren't. It's not moving towards unless he's flying backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's going somewhere. I just don't know where. It's that one was not. This one is like, what am I looking at?
I don't know. What are we looking at here?
Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing right now. Like with
I,
this quality, anything is a UAP at that point.
yeah, that's true. I don't disagree. And at the same time, I find it interesting how many of the redactions are needed, but like the differences between them. Because how much information on here
Yeah,
it needs to be redacted? Like, where is this? Is this taken on another fucking planet? Like, what is happening? You need to redact this much. And like, what is this crosshair?
yeah. I don't know. I don't. This one's kind of like,
Maybe it does
yeah.
something crazy. Who knows?
Nope, it's still just 3 dots or whatever.
I have collected a ton of civilian UFO footage that we'll go over at some point for fun. I've been holding
Hmm.
on to it for quite a while, and some of them do look like this stuff. So, who knows? Yeah, you can kind of
Yeah,
speed through.
yeah. Like, look how
Okay.
long that was.
Yeah.
This guy's following
Uh,
something that
tracking
looks
something.
like
Who the fuck
what's
drew
falling.
a pink circle around it?
I don't know.
I will say a lot of this footage looks like it's coming from a bad early
Yeah, it's like
1990s video game. Like, okay, don't skip through all of it.
yeah. This one wasn't even like look. This is
What is
like, what
this?
am I
Probably
looking at
another
here?
probably another
Yeah,
light
no,
one.
like nothing. Yeah,
Well, there's a reason it's in here. Oh, I think like a ball sack to be honest. Oh, okay. What the hell? An Orby? Bro, what? What in the world is that? So
I don't know.
this one was leaked. That one was leaked.
Yeah,
And I believe they were saying it's like a plasma like entity. Not the government, but
yeah.
some civilians. This one looks interesting. Something's just kind of.
Small thermal signature.
Why did the government
Okay.
put this in for us? What is all right, we got it. Thanks.
Thanks, government. You blocked that. You blacked out everything else. At least you gave us that, right?
I'm curious, like how much time they actually spend taking thermal imaging of all of these
I don't know.
objects. That's a lot, right? I mean, pretty much all the footage we've seen is thermal. Is that the only way they
Yeah,
can track it?
yeah.
Probably, right?
At least in darkness. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just
That's
going off
true.
normal camera.
I wonder if there are more UAP. This one almost seems like it's being taken from the ground. No,
Some of them are, yeah.
or maybe it's looking down at the water. I
Probably like sentries.
could be. Assume it's if you're only listening, we're trying to do our best to describe it, but it is
This is
obvious.
just like
It's
a small blinking lights. Like this is clearly like
it's a
this is
lot of
nothing special.
it's a lot of these though. It's a lot of these little lights kind of flying past at Mach 10. Oh, that one did a crazy. This one's
That one
kind
did a
of
little curve, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. This could very easily be like a drone or something, though.
The movements though, I don't
Because
even
once
know if are
again, all of this
possible.
imaging is thermal. Like you're not seeing like the whole view. Like this is at night, completely thermal.
It's moving quick. It is, dude. That thing is. Drones just can't move that fast.
Who put all these windmills here? No wonder the birds are dying. What is wrong with you people? Look at all these fucking windmills. Now
There's all
even the aliens are
it's,
afraid of them.
it's zooming. What is it like? My question is, hold on. Does it look like it's
Yeah.
moving behind the windmills?
Looks like it's playing fucking Sonic Racing with it. Fucking going in, weaving in and out.
So this is kind of crazy footage. Imagine this was the first thing they released. Like second Trump came into office, dude. I would be
Yeah.
freaking the fuck out. I'd be losing it.
Why is it going back?
I don't know.
Like, oh shit.
It's like, wait, I
Forgot.
missed one.
Yeah. It's like it's just showing off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here's another one of those. Oh. Yeah, this one is trending the most, guys. It's like it's like a cross.
Holy
And this one
shit. Okay, this one is either edited heavily or it's what the fuck is this?
yeah, hold on. The story for this one gets crazier. So, I'm putting the camera on us for a hot second here. This one is wild because a recent report from the Indonesian military, they released a couple of UAP files themselves, and one of them described this exact same structure. The exact same structure. So I don't know if this is footage from that or this is just a craft that is extremely similar. They saw the same one, or obviously we can't leave out the fact that it might be a US government craft, right?
Yeah, yeah.
However, yes, this one I agree is the most crazy. I don't even think it's close. I would fucking freak out if I saw this. If this thing was hovering around me, what would be your order? I would order somebody to shoot it down. I'd be like, shoot it, blow it up.
We can see it's leaving a trail behind it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I was wondering the same thing.
It does like
Yeah, this is one of the ones that's being described as being similar to the biblical image of. Sorry, I'm gonna throw two at you.
yeah, see, this is what biblical angels look like.
Okay, ignore the two links I just sent you. Yeah,
Okay.
one of them does look very much like the ball there.
Yeah, like you can kind of see here, like
It does,
it's
doesn't it?
it's kind of similar. And you can kind of see the main thing is this gyroscope here, because you can see in the video.
Yeah, has it?
It is you can see it has the gyroscope. Right
True,
here.
true story. This is also what a four-dimensional creature would look like to us. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that correctly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see it's gyroscoping in the middle.
Yeah, this one is wild. This is definitely bigger than just the little tiny fairy lights that they keep posting.
Which makes me wonder why they aren't just fucking assassinating and annihilating everyone on Earth.
I don't know. There's probably a couple of
They
possibilities.
probably view us as dirty.
Well, I mean,
even
maybe we're zoo animals, maybe we're cattle, maybe they are trying to make contact. Who knows?
This one's probably the more convincing out of all of them. However, it could also be simply the thermal imaging, because you do remember the DARPA thing from 1985.
Yeah, we showed it.
And this is showing thermal signatures, so it could also be that these thermal signatures are from the DARPA, because you remember how it uses hot air to essentially control its ascent and descent and its X, Y, and Z axis.
Yeah,
That could just be the thermal signatures from that. Because it is leaving a thermal trail.
You're right. It is leaving a thermal trail. Yeah, which is
so this could just be the DARPA pod.
It could be. Could be.
Either one. Either one.
My mind is
You can make.
very open-minded to this stuff at the moment for the possibilities.
Yeah.
More
This one's
again, more fairy lights.
yeah, kind of boring.
I'm gonna start
Oh,
labeling.
this one has audio.
Okay. Hold up. Let me turn on the audio here. All right. This is a cargo ship.
You can listen to static.
So Hotel Alpha Alpha, call behind East 132.12. 132.12 Hotel Alpha.
Sorry, guys, if we're quiet. We're fucking.
Oh, look, there's the little light. But once again, he's pointing it at the water, so it's like this could just be a torpedo or an underwater vessel. I don't know. It could be anything.
It's a lot of these fairy lights seem to exist within the water. No, it's like the third or fourth one we've seen kind of just floating around in the water.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened? Like, how is he just silent about it? He's not saying anything. Unless the audio's been cut.
No, the audio hasn't been cut.
Well, and he would, I mean, I would imagine he would definitely be saying something. You know, he's literally tracking a whole ass object in the
what's
water.
he gonna say? Hey guys, it's a weird white light. Okay, and someone take Dimitri off sentry duty. He's clearly losing.
He's clearly high. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd personally say something, probably.
His fucking commander would probably say something like, "Okay, Dimitri, let's stay on topic here. Okay, you're looking for enemies. Okay, is the white light attacking you? Should we just kill your family now, or like, I don't know. Very very boring.
Calling these fairy lights from now on, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god.
Oh. Okay. What the fuck is this? An oil platform?
I don't know what this is, to be honest.
It's just the whole ass craft? That'd be cool. But of course it's not.
Nope. Wait, what is that?
I don't.
It's a helicopter landing pad, it looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
In the middle of the ocean? But why?
It's a boat?
For what?
Maybe
No, it's definitely... Look, it's definitely a landing pad right there. You can see the giant red fucking dot.
Yeah, but like, is it just a boat with a landing pad on it? No way, right?
I have no clue.
I don't know either.
That's more interesting than UFOs at this point.
Yeah, it's already the strangest thing I've seen. Oh. Oh no, yeah, it's him locking onto the object. All right, let me know if there's audio. I'm gonna mute the audio on my end because it.
Yeah, there's no audio.
Static
It's not like there's going to be any music fucking playing. Oh, it's another white
another
light thing.
fairy.
Another fairy, yeah.
So many of these. I just feel like if these were as prominent as they're making it out to be, I would walk outside and I would see them all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if these were truly everywhere, I would walk outside. And look, I go outside every single night.
To be fair, a lot of these
every
videos are taken over the ocean.
That's true, too. That is true. But, like, you know, we're Floridians. I've been on the water 100 times. You know, I've been to the beach
you've been near the
100 times.
coastline. But it's not the same thing. Like, these guys are, like, out in the middle of the ocean.
But the ocean is so big. You know, it's not like it's small. I'm just saying if they're seeing it as often as they are. I get what you're saying. And I don't disagree. I 100% agree. I just feel like these videos would be flooding the internet 24/7 because every fisherman on the planet is running into one of these, you know?
Yeah.
Unless I guess you can only see them with thermal. Maybe that's why. Maybe they are as prevalent down there as they're making it out to be, and you can only see them if you have access to thermal imaging. I mean, maybe.
It's possible. That'd be more interesting than anything else. They give off a heat signature, but they don't show any light.
Yeah, that's true too. That is weird. I just can't think of what else it would be or what the purpose of it would be.
That's what it looks like. It's
why did that just get redacted? That's weird. What the fuck could that be that they felt the need to redact that?
I don't know, because most of it's just fucking static, to be quite honest with you.
Again, over
Oh,
the
look, there
ocean.
it is again.
Yeah.
I can only assume this is like a government thing,
Whoa.
to be quite honest.
Well, like what? Like this is a government?
Project, like these white lights.
Maybe. We have heard rumor from quite a few people that that it's the government fucking with the government, basically. I'm just like struggling for the purpose. I guess, in a time of need, in a time of war, you would flood thermal imaging with these lights and it would fuck up the thermal imaging so they couldn't see you at night.
Well, I mean, yeah, think about it. It makes sense that the government, like the top secret sector at least, would test their stuff out on their own people. That way they would have access to all the video and camera footage from it, right?
I guess that's true.
And
We
it would
have
get
seen that.
reported, and that way they could like, for example, they could send out 100 of these things, and let's say only 30 of them get reported. That way they know that they have a 70% success rate with not getting caught with one of these lights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But again, I guess if they're fucking with our own military.
Yeah. Or they're testing them on our own military at least.
I suppose this would be useful if you flood the enemy with these, I don't know if it's just reading on radar.
Yeah, you also can get like an idea of whether or not the pilots feel that it's useful enough to capture these things and record them and report them to authorities, right? You get to get a feeling of what level of stealth these things actually provide, or what level of surveillance that they can make it past.
You know what else?
What?
The U.S. gave Ukraine a missile that used lasers and AI to trick enemy radar into thinking there was a whole ass plane in places that it wasn't. And this could be like the precursor to that technology, right? Because it's basic. I mean, let's say what you just said is true. It is tricking these pilots and the thermal imaging into thinking there is something that is there, right? Even if there wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's definitely possible. I'm struggling to justify it on the alien end because, again, what's the purpose of them just floating around in our oceans?
Also, like, look at this quality for some of this shit. It's like what the fuck am I supposed to be looking at? Like, okay, cool, white lights.
I guess it would
Okay,
depend
wait.
on the time period
No.
of which it was taken.
Yeah, and also it's so blurry that it's like, no wonder it's unidentified. Can't fucking see jack shit.
But I think most of them, they're zoomed as far in as possible. Go back.
Yeah.
What is this?
These ones are like the ones where it's like fucking dark are the ones that concern me more than the ones where it's bright.
What is this? Two boats?
Looks like a cargo ship. And then you just got this random.
What
What are
is
you looking at right now?
Maybe it's not. Maybe that's not what the focus is on. Maybe
I have no clue.
seems to be a couple of objects out here.
Yeah.
Oh, found something. Oh, that's
Yeah. I think that
another
was
boat.
just a surveillance thing. Yeah, no, that was the end of the video.
All right. I don't. Oh yeah, this is also from, I guess, actual site photo with FBI lab rendered graphic overlay depicting corroboration eyewitness reports from September 2023. There was no Russia in 1947. Okay, you got him. Good job. Yeah, so this is another one from the files. So this is, I think it was during.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of just a
forget
load of
which one it is.
bullshit. This is the only really interesting one, only because either way, it's either a DARPA experiment or it's fucking.
Well, now
biblical
you
angels.
can click the 3 links I sent you.
But Doug, you only sent me 2.
2 links, sorry.
The numbers matter.
The numbers.
This is Houston. Say again, 7? We have a bogey at 10 o'clock high. Is that the booster or is that an actual sighting? Say again, 7? We have several, looks like a 3 up here, actual sighting. It looks like hundreds of little particles going by the west out about 3 to 4 miles. Understand you have many small particles going by on the left. At what distance? Looks like a gas with a vehicle that's disintegrated. Roger, understand they're about 3 to 4 miles away. They're past now, they're going to pull over. The booster on my side is a brilliant body of the sun, just a black background, and with billions of particles around it. Bogey at 10 o'clock.
It looks like a box with a handle that's disintegrated.
I don't know. I have no idea. That was from one of the lunar missions.
Yeah, why is
Gemini.
this audio clearer than the alleged audio of Nixon talking to them over
This
the
is
phone?
this is a mission after that, I believe. I can't remember when Gemini was.
It says 1965, but I don't know. Didn't we
I
go
sent
to the
you a link to the full thread, so we can just kind of scroll through them.
Is this it or?
That's a link to the full thread, yeah, of the news thing. So they'll like post the top.
According to the newly government-released UFO files, 1969, Apollo 11 astronauts did see multiple UFOs on the moon, and it shocked them to their core. Well, they never. Okay. Well, the UFO sort of tailgated them, objects that resembling spacecrafts and fluids-looking object, possibly plasma. Now you know why they looked mortified in the Apollo 11 press briefing. No, that's not why they looked mortified. They looked mortified because they didn't actually go to the moon. They had to sit there and lie to a bunch of people's faces.
After the brightness of the fireball decreased, I could look back up through the rendezvous window and see what to me was kind of like a tunnel with a bright spot in the middle of the tunnel. Way down the tunnel, way back behind, I could see the fireball. The only unusual sighting I can recall during landing or recovery is when the CMP looked out the window and saw the superstructure of an aircraft carrier and said, "Oh, we've got a tin can with us." Okay, well, it sounds like one guy saw something and the other one didn't. Hey, Bob, I'm looking at what Jack was talking about, and it's definitely not a particle that's nearby because there's another one I can look at and get a three-dimensional comparison with. It is a bright object, and it is obviously rotating because it's flashing. It's way out in the distance, as I say, because there are particles that are close by, and it's obviously not one of those. It's apparently rotating in a very rhythmic fashion because the flashes come almost around almost on time, and it's, as we look back on Earth, it's about 11, maybe 10 or 12 Earth diameters. I don't know whether that does you any good, but there is something out there. Dear God, imagine getting sent up into space. Assuming you can. Who's more? Roger, they look like fluid of some sort. Not to me, they look like pieces of something. Roger, they're very bright. Jack, we'd like Omni Charlie. Bob, for the most part, these fragments are not or are tumbling at a very low, slow rate. I tried a couple of pictures of them, different settings. You may get an idea of what at least the patterns look like. I've got you. We're all ears on these fragments. Do you think you can figure out what they might be? Well, I don't know. There are a number of possibilities. If you had some kind of I got the impression maybe they curved a little bit, as if they might be off the side of off the SIVB, and that's a wild guess. Okay, RCS logic is CMP ice chunks possibly, or maybe there's paint coming off it. Roger, I noticed on one trip up the elevator last week near one of the flags. I thought it was on the S2, but it might have been on the S. I don't know what that
IVB.
Is. IVB looked like it was peeling. Maybe that's what you've got. Huh. Who knows?
Third stage on the Saturn V and second
Ah.
stage on the Saturn IB launch vehicles.
By the Douglas aircraft. Oh.
So they're thinking it may have been stuff from the thing.
From the boosters and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, we're seeing, this is from Aldrin. Of course, we're seeing all sorts of little objects going by at the various dumps. And then we happen to see this one brighter object going by. We couldn't think of anything else it could be other than the Saturn booster. We looked at it through the monocular. and it seemed to have a bit of an L shape to it, like an open suitcase, says Armstrong. After the brightness of the fireball
No.
decreased...
Already read that.
Right, this is the before. Yeah.
Already read that.
Hey, I just saw a flash on the lunar surface. We didn't read that one. Oh, yes. It was just out there north of Grimaldi. Just north of Grimaldi. You might see if you got anything on your seismometers. Although a small impact probably would have given a fair amount of visible light. Okay, we'll check. It was a bright little flash right out there near that crater. See the crater right at the edge of Grimaldi? Then there's another one north of it, fairly sharp. One north of it is where there was just a thin streak of light. How about putting an X on the map where you saw it? I keep looking occasionally for... Yes, we will. I was planning on looking for those kinds of things. Starting to see the edge of Oriental Gordy way off to the west. Hey, just yell Gene anytime you... And I don't know. Let's just, face value. Say it's all real.
Yeah.
I know you don't believe in the moon or, space. Let's just say it's real. My biggest problem when I dissect these things is I kind of just question the why. And I don't mean the why, are they putting it out, but why would these aliens be running around on the surface of the moon? What would be the purpose of it? Like at all. And there, so far, just from what we've gotten and what we've seen in total, it's basically finding an alien is actually the easiest thing on the fucking planet. Apparently, it's just easy. Anyone can do it. We can all just go outside, point your damn thermal scopes to the sky, and you'll find one. Or if you're on a boat in a plane pointed towards the ocean, and you'll find one. I mean, we've gone to the moon, less than 20 some odd times? And every single time, like the first time we go to the moon, we send 2 men to step on the moon, the first thing they see is a fucking alien. They see some spacecraft. They see some bright lights that aren't supposed to be there. I mean, there could be other explanations. It's phenomena for a reason. Could be quite a few things. Maybe some fucked up thing with the human eye, even though we're seeing it with thermal imaging. But if it's the
thing that sticks out to me here is Grimaldi.
Grimaldi's the name of one of the craters on the moon.
Well, that's what they say. But...
I mean, it's what it's named. It's not. I'm sure there's another name, there's another use of the name. I'm just saying that's what in reference this here is.
But for further reference, the running thing is that it was a movie taken by Stanley Kubrick. That's what it was.
No way. Is it really? Wait, I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
There's no way that's real.
Yeah, it was taken by Stanley Kubrick. It was a hush-hush operation, and they accomplished it by, in the Arizona desert, by creating these painted black facilities where it was all black on the inside, and they used essentially, and someone actually went to the location where it was filmed, and it looks exactly like the pictures they took of the moon. For further context,
I don't see a movie named Grimaldi by Stanley Kubrick.
No, not that. The moon videos themselves, the pictures themselves. It was all the film. It was done by Stanley Kubrick on Earth, on air, and in the Arizona desert.
Oh, well, what does that have to do with Grimaldi?
Because Grimaldi was a pizzeria that was founded in 1931, and it's been around for 100 years. And guess where their founding locations were? Nevada and Arizona. Guess where the moon landing was filmed? Nevada and Arizona. So when they say north of Grimaldi, this is them laughing in our face.
Oh, I see.
See what I mean? Because Grimaldi is just the name of a fucking pizza place they go to. So when they said the crater is called Grimaldi, it's just because they went to a pizza place that was nearby called Grimaldi.
Why would they? I'm trying to.
Because they love laughing at the normal person.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why they would name a crater Grimaldi in the first place.
To laugh at you, because it's funny to them.
Fair enough. Moon.
Why? Because the only other thing that Grimaldi. Yeah, because the only other thing that Grimaldi connects to is a royal family back in 1297 in Monaco. or it's a private Naples-based shipping logistics company. Specialized in
Why?
operating a large fleet of roll-on, roll-off vessels, ferries, and car carriers. So they're town in southern Italy, famous British actor. Because why else call it Grimaldi, Doug? That's
So
such
I
like a
just
weird
looked it up.
fucking word.
Yeah, I just looked it up because that would be my counterpoint to you for what you said. Not to like
Yeah.
dismiss it, but just to
Yeah.
kind of whatever their explanation was, be a contrarian. And this is what I
Yeah.
got. The moon crater Grimaldi is named after Francesco Maria Grimaldi, 1618 to 1663, an Italian Jesuit priest, mathematician, and physicist who created a detailed map of the moon. But maybe it's actually the reverse, is that the pizzeria in Nevada was named it after them because they knew about the alien shit going on in Nevada. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying I'm open to the possibilities.
Well, what was the name of the guy?
His full name was Francesco Maria Grimaldi. He was born in the early 1600s, and apparently he mapped the moon. He created a detailed map of the moon. His colleague, astronomer Giovanni Riccioli, named the crater to honor him in their 1651 lunar mapping project. So maybe there's a reverse thing going on there where, the actual inside joke was that there was a lot of alien operation activity over there in Nevada, and the Grimaldi that's why it was named. Again, think what you want, viewers. I am just making sure to give you as many possibilities to choose from as you can. I know there are a lot of flat earthers out there. It's fine. Personally, I'm not, but it's fine. What are you looking up?
There's connections not necessarily between Grimaldi and Freemasonry, but there is connections between the discussion of his teachings and relations to the philosophy that is exemplified within Freemasonry. There's even in the Grand Lodge of British Columbia, they talk about him and his connection to astrology, or rather, his opposition to it.
Why does the site look like this?
Because it's a Freemasonry site, Doug.
Okay.
What did you expect it to look like?
I don't know.
You think these people are learning HTML on the side?
They should hire me. I'll clear that shit up.
Yeah, I think they care enough. But yeah, I definitely think that's one way or the other. It's connected to either Freemasonry or it's connected to them making fun of us.
Maybe the restaurant is making fun
You're
of
trying
us.
to tell me these astronauts have such an excellent understanding of history that they know who the fuck Grimaldi is?
That's the name.
Isn't that just fucking?
Well, it's the name of the crater. I don't think they knew. The astronauts knew.
Yeah. How did they know? Well,
they had to know where they were landing. They had to know what was on what they were looking at on the moon.
Yeah, but even when I Google his name, it just says that discovering the diffraction of light and conducting early precise measurements of gravity.
What about it?
I mean, it doesn't. The first thing that pops up, it has nothing to even do with the moon. I mean, I guess it does say lunar mapping here. Again,
it's interesting. Well, I guess because you wrote the Freemason thing. What I looked up first was why the crater was named that.
Yeah.
I guess that wasn't his. I think technically what it was that it wasn't him who was immediate associated with the mapping. It was his partner, his colleague. His colleague named the crater after him in his work. So I guess it is a pretty big crater, which is why they would probably know what it is. But I doubt they knew the historical significance. Maybe they did. They are astronauts. Maybe they're obsessed with the moon. in space, and so therefore they did know. Like, all kinds of weird shit about Freemasons. You know.
Well, what's so interesting to me, Doug, is that we have all these pictures and images of the moon. And I'm not gonna defragment the pictures we have of the moon from Earth, right? I'm not gonna try to pick that apart, right? I'm not opposed to the existence of the moon, right? I think it's very obvious. We can see it in the sky, right? It's been around, it's been documented. The moon very much exists. However, I do believe that we have never set foot on the moon. I think that's pretty much indisputable. I think each country has a claim to. Well, I will say we have made it on the moon with technology, but not with humans. No human has stepped foot on the moon.
Okay.
We have landed technology on the moon, but no human has stepped foot on it. I think that's important to know. And I do
Said
think
the same thing.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting though. I mean, I guess in that context it makes sense, and it's a little less conspiratorial, especially if it's already been documented and it's already been named beforehand. So I'll give that a pass.
I'm just saying it could operate in reverse. The restaurant was the mocking, of us.
Yeah.
Could be the crater, could be the restaurant. I don't know.
Because they very much did film it in the Arizona desert. That much I'm aware of.
So we saw that one. Oh,
this is stupid. No, this is stupid. This is.
Oh, wait. This is not there's no way this is one of them, is it? From the files? Not a chance. From what I heard, this looks like AI. From what I heard, there are no official releases of aliens in this first batch. There was a description of one. I didn't have time to go through and find some. So this is a funny one. This one is actually being dismissed. This is a real one. Yeah, this guy is the one who's exposing it. But basically, that one, yeah, it's the same image. It's a hoax.
Yeah.
That image is a hoax.
Yeah.
So there's the Indonesian report. The one just above there. That's this guy. Yeah, this guy is the one who broke it. So this isn't the actual photo.
No, this is from a video game.
Yeah. So right. But this photo was attached to the Indonesian, or maybe it was Singaporean. I think it was Indonesian report about the star-like craft before that video was released. That video was fucking 8.
However, it doesn't match up because the other one's cross and this one's pentagram.
Well, that one's fucking fake. That one's not real, so.
No, yeah.
Let's read that. Read the file that's redacted. This is a report. What is this? Senior interview conducted with a senior U.S. intelligence official regarding his first-hand account of a UAP encounter.
Oh, yeah, it's just it's saying that they just saw orbs and lights.
Oh, okay. Well, from what we know, everyone's seen orbs and lights at this point.
Yeah,
so.
like I want something a little bit different than just orbs and lights. Because hell, I can walk outside and see orbs and lights. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the most. Oh, maybe this is one.
What is this?
Apollo astronauts witnessed UFO activity while walking on the moon.
No, they didn't. Oh, like once again, if they're willingly saying this stuff and giving out that kind of information to begin with, it's kind of just like makes me not believe it.
This is one of the ones I liked. I mean, this guy's aliens are watching the astronauts during the fake moon landing. How they got inside the film studio, we need more answers. Such exciting stuff coming out. So, can you just pull up the photo? I get it, guys. We think the moon landing is fake. I'm 50-50. I don't particularly care, but I do want to look at the photo. So this is one of the photos that they have attached to the files, and obviously they're pointing at the light there, which is I have no idea what that could be, honestly. I have fucking zero idea.
Yeah, it's a blue light. But now it's a UFO apparently.
Well,
It was once a blue light, and
right?
now it's now it's a UAP because they weren't able to identify what kind of light it was. Files included shown below of unidentified aerial phenomena over Greece.
I do not care about Peter Dorsey. Please do not.
No.
Let's not
No.
cover this guy. This is an older one.
Yeah, that's really old.
Oh yeah, that one there is a real one. You passed it.
This one?
Well, this one is real too, but the one just above it.
Wait, Israel?
This is on page 42. Don't know what it is. It's on 42.
Page 42 of the files?
Yep.
No, it's not real. This is just a picture that's been distorted.
This is from the. I believe this is from inside the. It's a zoomed in photo of the one of the plasma balls. I think.
Do you have the link to the actual file release?
Yep, I do. Hold on.
Because the theory that the aliens are actually just fucking biblically accurate angels is a lot more interesting than the aliens are coming to our fucking planet to probe us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do like that one too. It is more interesting.
Because I feel like the former is a lot more applicable here than the latter.
War.gov, I think. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I do. That one I do think is the most fascinating. Sorry, I am looking for it. I thought it was on war.gov, but hold on. I feel like it would spam the link. Department.
Because they did release it, right?
Yeah. Let's see if I can get it real quick. War.gov /UFO. Okay, here we go. Ew, this is how they released it? No way.
Don't tell me it's another Google Drive.
I think it's worse. It's like government fucking hyper propagandized UI. Like you're looking at a. I don't know. Just hopefully this is not the way they released it. Oh, it is. Oh, gross. All right, well, whatever. I mean, it looks nice.
It says it's number 42.
Yeah.
So let's count. Is this the first one?
Well, it says at the top. It says release 01.
So how do I?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
It's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this.
It looks cool, but this is so fucking propagandized. It's gross. So page.
It says it was number 42, but how am I supposed to find out?
Low Earth orbit. Wow, they actually have some of the incident locations and dates. That's nice.
Okay, that's. I mean, I don't know. Like, you said it was on number 42. This is actually a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Well, there's 100.
That's.
We will be going through all of these one by one tomorrow, guys. And we'll just skip whatever videos we've already seen. But there's quite a bit to cover.
Why is there no search?
There is in the top right next to UFO. I mean,
what is?
Oh, what was that?
What is this supposed to be?
Wait, this is actual site photo with FBI lab rendered graphic overlay depicting. So it's not a real image; it's a sketch.
No. September 2023 of an apparent ellipsoid bronze metallic object materializing out of a bright light in the sky and disappearing simultaneously.
Wow. That's sick. Right.
Apollo 17 mission to the moon. The yellow box contains an enlarged area of the original photo in which 3 lights are visible above the lunar terrain.
1972.
Yeah, sure.
Unsolved UAP report, Middle East, 2022.
Oh, what was this one? Zeppelin?
We saw that one.
That one's probably a government vehicle.
That actually looks like a drone. That looks like one of the Reapers.
Yeah.
My guess is they're Chinese knockoffs that they were seeing for the first time, and then
Yeah.
they weren't identified till later. Is my guess.
The issue I'm having here is that I'm clicking on like random shit, right? But it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. This is kind of just like a lot of boring. I don't want to say boring, but like, okay, so this is footage we've already seen. All that footage we saw was already compiled.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've already seen all the video footage at least.
Yeah, we've already seen all the video footage. We haven't seen all the photos, that's for sure. So, I mean, here's the thing, is they have to, declassify them, and so the stuff we're seeing right now is the stuff that they were able to declassify, and you can see why. It's like simple shit, right? It's just these small lights. So for them, it wasn't hard to just redact the stuff that man
Crew
spacecraft
debriefing for science.
Apollo 17 crew debriefing for science. Huh. What? Oh, we can't, like...
Yeah, we don't get to read it, I guess.
We don't get to... It's just the cover? Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unclassified.
Really...
UFOologists of Turkmenistan. Why does Turkmenistan have UFOologists? Holy redaction.
FBI 302 interview conducted with the U.S. citizen regarding the first account of UAP encounter at a U.S. test site. USPR described an object metallic bronze in color. That was probably the United States testing something. That's why all this shit is redacted.
I think it's interesting. It's coming from the orbs launching orbs. Yep.
Launch red orbs and disappear. The orange orb was only visible for 1 or 2 seconds. The red orbs would generally move away from the orange mother orb in a horizontal path. But in a couple of instances, one red orb was stated to move heading up at an angle, while another witness stated sometimes the red orbs would swoop down after being launched from the larger orange orb. These events were witnessed by multiple teams from varying locations and vantage points over a 2-day period. Due to the sequential nature of the events, it is not known whether there was a single orange mother orb that released the groups of red orbs, or whether there were multiple orange orbs at play. That's the last one.
Huh. Yeah, what do we got here? Cable reports that the U.S. Embassy in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, that one's nuts.
Mexican Congress heard testimony on UAP from experts related to debate about an aerial space protection law.
Yeah, I know Mexico had a huge UAP, and you could see it on the weather radar scanner. So I forget what date you had to set it to, but I can probably pull it up. Let me see.
Yeah, see if you can find it.
On radar over Mexico Reddit.
Yeah.
Here it is.
DC police. Sorry.
Yeah. There is a way to see this radar. It's on the website. I forget what the name of the website is. This is what it looked like.
Really? No way. This is real?
Yeah. Yeah, this is real.
So what do you think this is? It's huge. That's a big aircraft. What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember I was here in 2022 and looked at it around that same time. I remember checking it out on the radar scanner.
That's massive. That cannot be a government craft. That'd be impossible. It's too big.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No way this retard said it looks like a precipitation. Yeah, because precipitation is super symmetric. Like, what?
Yeah, the thing is, it kind of like, you can kind of see here, like, it definitely looked like this, because I remember looking at it on the website.
I believe you. I'm just saying this doesn't look anything like precipitation, and it's too big to be a government craft.
No, yeah, no. Because even when I was looking at it, and I was even like, and I was comparing it to like other things that I saw, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I compared it to like other rainstorms in the area during that same time period by like scrolling through, and nothing else looks similar to this.
There is impossible for any storm to look like this at all.
Yeah.
It's not possible. The
Yeah, no.
highs and the lows can't look like that. Okay, the temperature is all off. The concentration, like you cannot have something that looks like that just in general. But it is also so symmetric that is also just impossible. There is no storm that looks like this. Look at the jagged edges, like it's it's squared. That's not
Yeah, the thing
storm.
is, this didn't pop up on like a camera or footage or video. This popped up on like a very raw form of data in like a weather radar, right? Like it's hard. That's a hard thing to spoof. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When did we swap from Doppler? Because I wonder if that's the reason why. When did we swap from Doppler radar?
And you can kind of see that this is like, yeah. I remember looking at it. I can't remember what website I used. What was the website?
Okay. Well,
No, that wasn't.
there's no significance with the swapping of it. But yeah, that's interesting. I can't believe I've never seen that.
Yeah. And then Mexico's like a really like big place for it, but and yeah, and this I remember looking at it and I was just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. No,
And
that's something.
yeah, which kind of makes you think it's like, is this human made or
There's
something
no
else?
way. It's not. It's way too
It's
big.
possible. It is technically possible.
It's possible, but it'd be one of the largest uses of resources like ever for an aerial craft.
It would require like trillions of dollars during
Yeah,
2001.
yeah.
Where would we have gotten that?
It's just so big. Like I don't know. I can't see it happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of the craziest ones I've seen. That one has more validity than the entirety of everything we just watched combined, to be quite honest with you. I trust the radar website more than I trust a random camera footage from a fucking pilot.
That's fair, and I think right now, again, if this was the first set of things they released, I think people would maybe their minds would just be shattered. Like people would be losing it. However,
Yeah.
because it's been released after the whats and what we all found out about how willing they are to lie to cover it all up, it's like, okay, well, now we're supposed to buy this stuff.
Yeah. I don't buy it. Not to any significant extent, at least.
Well, there is the possibility that it is all real, and the distraction in itself is a distraction, right? That's also a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm quite open-minded to pretty much anything. The biggest question I always have is logically why are these little tiny fairy lights floating through our ocean, floating on the moon, floating in the sky? How is it that there's so many of them that literally if you just go outside with a thermal scope and point it at the sky, you can see them? By the way, there's a guy on Instagram. I should have saved his account. I thought it was a spoof account, and maybe it still is. But basically, his entire thing is that he does point a thermal imaging telescope at the sky.
Yeah.
He lives here in Florida too, and he sees a lot of these orbs. He sees them. They were very similar to the footage you just watched. Now he has also kind of gone down this path. I don't know if it's real or not. It seems kind of fake to me. Of which they're aliens that are attacking him, and they're insect-like. They're super small, and he has evidence of them. It's pretty crazy shit. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the account.
Yeah.
But again, my question is just why? What's the point? Why are they floating in the ocean? Why are they floating on the moon? How is it that they're so prevalent? But
yeah, this is all just pictures of the same shit.
But who knows? Maybe this will definitely be an escalating event. This is what they've done with. They didn't really do the JFK files. They just kind of released it and said goodbye, and most people weren't willing to dig through those.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, it's like JFK. At least there was some sort of. Obviously, there wasn't this whole issue of What the fuck is this supposed to be? It's a picture of a manila folder? Like,
This file contains an independent report on UFOs written by the French Association Cometa, previously published in the French magazine VDS in 1999, which details the results of a study by the Institute of Higher Studies for National Defense. The file also includes a letter from Carol Rosen in which she notes that she was spokesperson for von Braun during the last years of his life. Here's the thing I'm kind of worried about.
yeah.
You see how it says download?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we don't have to download each of them to see the actual contents. And that's the way it's set up. I guess you can just check it out real quick. Yes, that is
Oh.
exactly. Okay, well, at least it was easy. Hi, Dan. John Cipher and I look forward to seeing you on Friday at 3:30 in your office. John, you probably recall, is an actor who starred on Hill Street Blues and Major Dan, among many other TV shows. Broadway. Wish you could hear him sing "The Impossible Dream." Gonna kind of skip through here.
You know, no, there's something really interesting about this.
What's that?
The common running statement about astronauts is that they're actors and they're pretending, to be astronauts, and they're pretending to be on space, and they're filming all these movies, and that's how they make the claim that they're in space and that space is real, to the extent that NASA has told you it's real. And so it's very interesting to me that she's talking to a man named Dan about her husband, who's an actor who starred in TV shows and on Broadway, who's trying to talk about how, hey, our Institute for Security and Cooperation in Outer Space closed down, which we founded in '83. We've both been searching for a role in promoting the space program. Do you see how odd that sounds?
I mean, yes and no. It is. They do commonly use actors to push.
No, think about it. Why would someone put their husband on the front page in this letter, talking about promoting the space program? How is him working on Broadway relevant to the space program in any manner whatsoever? If not to do what the space program intends to do, which is to deceive.
Yeah, but it's not uncommon for actors and actresses to get paid to promote something, right? Like Ashton Kutcher and who's the chick who plays Meg? They promoted the anti-trafficking thing. Angelina Jolie did some anti-freaking African warlord thing. A lot of the actors were paid to do vote against Trump during last year. It's not. They do it on purpose because celebrities have a lot of attention. A lot of the fans are stupid people. They do it to influence stupid people. Now, if you want to argue the connection is that usually actors and actresses are paid to do propaganda, and therefore this is just a propaganda thing, that's fine. But it's not entirely uncommon to use actors and actresses to funnel money into programs.
Oh no! Now they're about to piss me off. Piss me off.
Dan, as promised, here is the French Cometa report. You will note this is going to be AIDS to read. You will note the
preface by your former counterpart and a list of contributors on P5. I misspoke. It is a private, not a government report, but the quality and sober nature of the participants still, I think, recommends it to you. Articles are included for your perusal. On P425, the large document we gave you is a summary of the report I alluded to. John Callahan's testimony with its supporting documentation is on P62. Senior Air Traffic Controller at Mexico City International Airport, Enrique Kopek, is on P105. Please read the entire radar section, FICON P62. However, I always think of Hamlet's "There are more things twixt heaven and hell than are dreamed of in your philosophy, Horatio." This is one of my absolute favorite quotes. I don't want this being used by a bunch of fucking posers trying to bullshit me about fucking space. One of my all-time favorite quotes from Hamlet. And you're fucking... No.
Do you know what's far more interesting?
What?
So this woman is writing a letter to this guy. The letter is on, like, the notepad you find in hotels, by the way.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a French person right?
Yeah.
It's like a French thing.
Well, they're talking about a French thing. It's not necessarily the person they're talking to.
But it was
She's handing him.
intercepted by
Yeah.
the French government or whatever.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
the fuck did it get into American hands? This
That's a great question.
is intercepted by Americans after getting
To be
intercepted
fair,
by
it's the
French.
They never cared about intelligence to begin with. They don't even
I'm
have an
just
intelligence
saying,
agency.
the chain of like hands that this passed through to get to us is already kind of very interesting. Like, and so what's the follow up here? Like, what's this next page? UFOs and defense. What should we prepare for? Like, who is this woman? The Cometa report. Again, this is a French government. It is not looked on highly in certain scientific circles to be preoccupied with phenomena. They are deemed to come under the heading of popular mythology, or that are, at any rate, outside the realm of science. Such was the case with stones falling from the sky, which is long considered in our country to be stuff of fable. However, the day that a meteorite shower over the town of Lagal permitted a collective and indisputable observation, it entered into the domain of science. 1 century later, NASA no doubt hastily elevated these stones to proof of the existence of primitive life on Mars. What the fuck? Wait, what? What is happening?
Andre Lebeau, former chairman of International. They had 2 spatiales. I don't know. Phenomena of this type pose a preliminary problem for the scientific approach. Does a scientific fact exist? This entire paper is what it, at least from what it appears, is discussing whether or not the interpretations presented by NASA should be examined as fact, or simply alluded to as a statement made by an organization, which is the very thing that we're dealing with today.
Wait, hold on. I mean, yes, but there's more. When the phenomenon is a matter of experimentation, the criterion to be used is simple. The reproducibility of the experiment is the touchstone and furnishes the fact that must then be interpreted. But the situation is more difficult when the phenomenon is not open to experimentation. When repeated observation is the only basis on which one can go, as is the case in astronomy and for the most part geophysics. However, when the fact, albeit rare, is collectively and indisputably visible, it is easy to elevate it to the status of scientific object. The existence of eclipses, comets, and novas has been recognized since ancient times, even though their interpretation long contained, and sometimes still contains, a religious dimension. Thus, collective and simultaneous observation plays the same role as the reproductivity of experiments. This is not true when the event is not only rare but discrete as well, and when there is very small amount of evidence at each occurrences, which opens the door to various suspicions. UFOs fall into this category. One runs up against additional difficulties in the case of UFOs. Firstly, that of how many human activities, especially since the beginning of the space age, have generated atmospheric phenomena, which is a lot, to be honest, the origin of which is not immediately ascertainable by those who observe them. In any case, UFOs, the origin of which cannot be attributed to either human source or natural mechanism that has been identified by science, are mixed in with background noise. So, I mean, they're not entirely... Let me skip to the bottom here. However, dispassionate examination... Oh, my. Of the situation... I can't... Oh, okay. Cometa has tried its luck at this in the report that it is presenting, supported namely by the work performed by GPAN, which later became SEPRA, the significant place granted to sightings, to testimonies, and to the analysis of cases that have been explained shows the major role played here by the establishment of facts. So this is kind of like a opening to the French UFO report space agency. Here we have some different pages on each of them. Radar detection.
This is very long.
Close encounters in France. Skip to chapter 4. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, we'll have to do it. This deep dives will probably take a little longer. I do think this stuff is, in fact, interesting. Deep dives, chapter 4. This is 4. It's fine. We'll just read any
No,
singular one.
Doug, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Let me just read one. Let me just read one. Because I just kind of skimmed it, and it's
This
already
is huge.
It's already gonna be. Just relax. At Valensole on July 1st, 1965, Maurice Mace, who left his home at 5 a.m., headed for his lavender fields located on the plateau near the village. Before starting his tractor at around 6 a.m., he lit a cigarette, and at that moment, he heard a hissing sound that attracted his attention. Emerging from behind a pile of stones, he saw an object resting in his field approximately 90 meters from him. Its shape was reminiscent of that of Dauphine automobile standing on 6 legs with a central pivot. He approached it with caution at a distance of 10 meters or so, thinking he might surprise people about to steal his lavender. He then saw 2 small beings, one of whom, who was turned in his direction, reportedly pointed a tube at him that he took from a sort of bag hanging on his left side. Wow. The beings then got back into their craft, and he watched them while they were behind a sort of dome. It's pretty funny. It's like the stereotypical UFO shape. Investigated the case for several days. The investigations of the gendarmerie established the existence at the spot indicated by Maurice of a depression impressed into the ground, which has been soaked in that place. In the center of it was a cylindrical hole, 18 centimeters in diameter, 40 centimeters deep, with smooth walls. At the bottom of the hole were 3 other bent holes. Along the object's axis of flight, over some 100 meters, the lavender beds were dried up. The phenomena lasted for several days, during which time the witness tried in vain to replant the plants within a radius of several meters around the tracks. Despite a few contradictory elements, the data collected by the 2 gendarmerie brigades confirmed the plausibility of the facts, particularly the effect on the environment and on the witness himself, who slept 12 to 15 hours a night, followed by the paralysis of which he had been victim for several months. The investigation into the witness's character did not turn up any significant information that would permit one to suspect him of mythomaniac behavior or staging a hoax. So there's a collection of basically alien stories, alien encounter stories by Frenchmen. Wow. So it looks like there's quite a bit of content to go through.
I don't know. I mean, one part of me wants to think that maybe his business was failing, and so he came up with this story in order to drum up more business. But
it's investigated, but I will say the fact that it's French and it's in this report shouldn't simply draw more attention than any other UFO story we have ever heard here in America, right? How many fucking crop circle stories have we heard? Which, listen, there's been a lot that have been very sounding, very with proof. But I'm not going to feel any more emotionally invested just because this is French and collected by the French. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, again, it's interesting to hear about. It'll be interesting to read about, too. Without a doubt. And maybe there is one in here that's pretty good.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like, stories are interesting and everything, but it's like, we can't work off of that, you know?
I know.
Like, we need something...
Pictures, no images, you know. At most, I can go, okay, there's similarities between this one and, you know, the story over here.
You don't forget, we know that we captured alien craft, according to our government, the MJ-12 bullshit. We captured alien crafts in, like, the late 40s.
Well, it was before then, because they said that they had constructed the nuclear bomb based on what they had captured. That's how they made it. We dropped the bomb in the 1940s, so it would have been earlier.
Wait, did we drop the bomb in the 1940s?
We dropped the bomb 1945. That's when the war ended. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. So you got to remember, these reports are 1960s, so 2 decades later after we acquired potential alien technology. You can do a lot with 2 decades worth of time. and the infinite government resources, and the removal of the Federal Reserve and the gold standard with Nixon.
Yeah, and there are a lot of theories just in general, but one of the theories is that modern technology, your phone, the CPU, computers, just in general, are derived. Even they said that even discs, like old DVDs and CDs, that technology was derived from alien technology. Is what they say. It's what some of the theories say.
Mm.
I'll give 3 personal stories. Not stories. One of them won't be a story.
Yeah.
I have third-hand knowledge that a friend of a friend, basically, works in a facility in which allegedly they work on alien craft. That's just one. Again, I don't know. I don't know whether to buy it or not. I have no idea. But I'll say
what
this.
Ryan?
No. It's a family member knows somebody whose dad works in one of the Lockheed Martin
my father works
facilities.
for Nintendo.
Yeah, one of those situations. I use that one first because that one's kind of whatever to me. I have no connection to either of the people. Just my family member who told me about their friend such and such. But here's where it gets good. I have another family member, quite old. He fought in the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
He worked on the U-2 spy plane.
Yeah.
He accidentally is very open about how much work he did on the craft taken from Roswell.
Really?
I swear to God. I've been wanting to do an interview with him. He's had some health problems too. But yeah, he's very it's accidental with him. It's when he talks about it, he talks about it like, "Oh yeah, duh." It's just matter of fact for him. He worked on the U-2. He also worked on one of the rockets, one of the space rockets. I can't remember which one. And he apparently also had some hand in, I don't know if it was retrieving the craft or breaking it, figuring out how it worked. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it yet. I just know that he apparently worked with the craft in some way, shape, or form. So that's one. And the third one is that I can confirm 100% that what we're seeing here, what we're getting, and what the overall knowledge of UFOs, the content, the videos that are being taken, the images that are being taken right now, government is involved in some way, shape, or form. They're either causing it, or they're intentionally releasing it in this way for a particular reason. But the government, there is a direct government hand in it. That's what I can say. I don't know if they made it. I don't know. But there is 100% confirmed government involvement. So I don't know. I'm very 50-50 on all of it. I honestly have no idea. I just this is what we got.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will go through more. We will go through all of this in depth. It's kind of late. We were just kind of, wanting to review what was off the top immediately.
Yeah.
We kind of hit the 2 major things that probably most people will talk about, which is that cross-like spacecraft and the Gemini space landing, the Buzz Aldrin thing. Those will probably be the most talked about stories. We'll get into the more in-depth stuff. Nobody's going to sit here and read these fucking... Let me read this one real quick. This is a short one. A system called Orion was studied and partially deployed by the Ministry of Defense for the purpose of monitoring, identifying, and predicting the passage of satellites, particularly over national territory. It should meet, at least partially, the need for the surveillance of UFO-type light phenomena. The system consists of the current surveillance and tracking radar systems and listening antenna on the ship
Monji.
2 radar and optical surveillance systems, 1 optical imaging system, the Graves surveillance radar system, which will be capable of detecting objects from 1
meter squared
in size.
At a distance of 1,500
kilometers. The SPOC Sky Observation Probe System, optical surveillance system, which uses CCD cameras to detect and determine the trajectory of orbiting satellites. or magnitude 7 to 8 space debris, the installation of equipment at 2 sites. So they're just talking about the equipment. Did they find anything? I guess is the question. Probably not. This is just describing the.
Yeah.
This is what they used. Gotcha. So it'll be even harder to confirm something from a French perspective because anything could just be the U.S. fucking with them. You know.
Well, I mean, from what it seems like here, it seems like there's a shit ton of other things that are happening behind closed doors that we just have no fucking clue about. At least when it comes to like satellites and other bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like
sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
It just makes you wonder, like, what kind of other like forms of non-human involved warfare are occurring when it comes to like intelligence and surveillance.
I imagine it's a lot like this. I'm gonna try to lay out all my perspective, my views.
Yeah.
I imagine it's a lot like this. When ants are fighting ants, they're probably not all that worried about human versus human conflict. Because they can't do anything about it, because they just can't even understand it, because they're a little too busy in their own little war. Perhaps we humans are like ants, these guys are like the humans, and we're so caught up in our own conflict that sometimes we look up and we see some lights chasing each other, but it's just irrelevant to us because we can't do anything about it. So we just have to, we just keep our eyes forward. Could possibly be like that.
It's possible. I couldn't say for certain.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know, but I'll say this, and I was planning on showing this post a little later. There's a guy. Let me just pull it up right now. I'm fully convinced there's time travelers, and I'm not entirely sold on aliens. I am 100% convinced about time travelers. And here's the latest reason why. So we posted. What was that last one? What was the Tim Cole one or whatever, the shooter?
Yeah. Cole
Let's see
Allen.
if I can find this really quick. There's a guy who pretty much posted. Yeah, here it is. This guy here. This guy posted this in 2022, and look what he posted. Again, on Twitter. And I'm fully convinced there's time travelers, and they just, they're just bored. They come back in time. They want to live during our time period because it's like a, just like the people who would go and live back during the Renaissance just because they could. And this guy, he posted here in 2022. He said 2023, Corona ended. 2026, Pontavirus. He only
this
posted
is more likely to be
posts.
a psychic.
Maybe.
Who is this person following?
That's a great question.
I think this person's more of a psychic or a predictor. They follow Bill Gates, Google, NASA, Elon Musk,
SpaceX, Tesla, and Poem Heaven.
Yeah, and Black Hole. Nothing. I don't care for that. Yeah, I mean, I think this is more of like a psychic.
Well, the ability to see the future indicates the ability to travel between the 2 points.
Stunning.
So either way.
Post is from a suspended account. The Grease Neil account suspended. Huh, I wonder what the post was.
No idea. But what a crazy thing. And maybe it's just tons of people make predictions all the time, and a handful are obviously right. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Could be that. But I am just very much convinced time travelers are here, and they just fucking sometimes gotta leave little breadcrumbs for fun. I'm 100% convinced that it's real. And maybe pretty soon I'll be convinced aliens are real and walking among us too. Here's another funny thing. Hold on. Trump Elon on Joe Rogan show. Let's see. Trump said this really funny thing about Elon at one point. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it.
I don't know. It also kind of makes me wonder, like, I don't know.
What?
Like, like once again, I'm going to try to go to the Wayback Machine.
Sure.
Because I feel like, because last time I tried to do this with the other, quote unquote, future guy, didn't really work out too well.
That's true. Yeah, they had a really weird event that happened. It kept like stuttering for no reason.
Yeah, so let's go to once again June 12th of 2022. So we'll go to June 12th. Actually, yeah. Well, fuck it. We'll do the 16th. Actually, okay. We'll do. All right, the 24th. Fine. We'll see what pops up. Let's see. Loading right now. Something's loading, right?
I hope so. I find it so funny this site like struggles to exist for some reason.
It just says X. Wait. Was X even a thing?
During 2022?
Yeah.
No, because didn't Elon bought it after COVID, right?
Yeah. So how's this person making a post? Like, if I go to, let's say I go to fucking 2023, same time frame. Why am I getting a bunch of fails?
I don't know.
See, like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I'm not crazy familiar with using the site other than what you've showed me.
Let's go all the way to the end. Why is there so many missing snapshots?
I don't know. Again,
Like what,
weird.
Like, what the fuck is going on? When did X release? When did X.com start?
Okay.
Yeah, no.
That's not.
When did Twitter become X?
Yeah, there you go.
July 23rd, 2023.
Okay.
So this could just be a fucking coding error, if anything.
Could be.
Could be a coding error. It could be a bunch of different things.
Here, I thought this was extremely interesting. This is from Trump's interview on the Joe Rogan show.
Even Trump is saying Elon is from another planet. I mean,
it's just a
By the way,
throwaway
Elon is
line.
great. That
yeah.
But play
guy
it.
is such a great guy. I think you're a fan of
I love
Elon.
him.
He is from a different planet.
He just I know it's so simple, but Trump says things like that all the time, and it's usually him fucking with everybody else. Like he's literally saying the truth, and he's doing it in front of your face. Like he says stuff like that all the time, and he's basically fucking with us. And part of me is
They have
convinced.
taken over. They speak no language.
Okay, I mean the rest of this video.
And all of a sudden, psh, and you hear blah blah, and you see like little lights, like a round ball, but it wasn't a comet or a meteor. It was something. So I see this, and I said, "You got to be kidding!" They wanted to meet. They wouldn't meet Obama. They all came to see me. They said,
I think the rest of the video is fake. He did say that Elon's from another planet.
I can't. What the fuck is that? Elon's from another planet. And Joe Rogan's like, fuck.
It's an edit. This is actually an old clip back when they first did the interview. This isn't the most recent one. But it is something he said on the episode. And again, Trump does this thing where he's sarcastic. He makes these inside jokes. He really cannot keep his mouth shut. He says stuff that he's not supposed to say all the time. He literally gives out government secrets all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Again, part of me thinks it's all just some kind of fucking inside joke on us. And there's time travelers, and there's aliens. And the only reason these government officials don't say anything is because, they'd probably just get killed if they did. But they also benefit from it. You know, like they're paid to be our keepers, to be our fucking, to control us. And so they have no actual incentive to say it out loud. But Trump, again, he has this habit of saying these things out loud that he's not supposed to say. This is the same guy who literally said that we had lost one of our most important military bases in Afghanistan because it was a direct it gave us direct access to a nuclear facility in China. He said, like, this guy just says shit he's not supposed to say all the time. He let us know that another country was working on a dome. He just says military secrets all the time. He says trading secrets all the time, right? This is the guy who let us know when we should buy and sell in the stock market for fun. I'm not saying, 100%. I'm just saying I'm very open to it just because there's so much evidence that kind of says it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on it are kind of still reserved. Aside from the moon landing. Moon landing is 100% fake. That's a guarantee. Everything else at this point, up in the air.
It's fair. Again, first batch, it's only 100 files.
More stuff will get discovered as people read into it, but
yeah,
we'll
for
be
sure.
on top of it.
We will be doing a little deep dive ourselves, probably tomorrow or the next day or quite soon. UFO files reveal a jaw-dropping claim of a secret flying saucer capable of reaching 1,500 miles per hour built by the Nazis. What? Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff to get into. We will do deep dives. For tonight, that is it from us. But thank you again for tuning in. Please let us know your thoughts. Whether you're a flat earther or a round earther or somewhere in between or beyond. Thanks again for tuning in and listening. Please like and subscribe. It helps. Anything from you?
Keep your opinions reserved until we see the proper amount of information be revealed.
Fair enough. Thanks again, guys. Hope you have a good night, day, morning.